Alright, hey everyone, it's Prisms Collection Corner here, and welcome to part 2 of my superhero movie collection for 2025. Today I'm going to show you all of the DC films and series that I own, along with all of the non-Marvel and DC related superhero media that I own. I don't have as much as I did in the last part, but I do own quite a few superhero films from DC, and along with some other bits and pieces. But let's take a look at everything that I own, starting with the 1977 Superman, the movie. This is a great film. I remember seeing this, I think, for the first time fully when I had the flu a few years ago. I had the stomach flu, and I decided to watch this. And it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. I've since then seen all 4 Superman films. But before we get to the others, I have this really cool Superman 4-disc special edition. Only issue, these discs are all rotted. Like, all of these discs were created during the era 06 to 09, where the disc would just completely rot. Like, you're gonna look at this, it's just a mess. Like, these discs aren't good anymore. It's just completely fingerprinted to death. It's just awful. I really have it just for completionist's sake. I don't think there's really anything you can do. Yeah, all of these discs are just awful. But I do own them. Once again, it's one of those, you're done. You can't stop it. They eventually just die. I don't even think they were this bad when I got them. Yeah, all of these are just wrecked. So, I don't know what I'm going to do with these. They're just all a mess. I mean, this one, oh no, it's still got the same thing. Yeah, these are all trash, but I do own them. I should probably get a better edition of these features, because these are all garbage, but, oh well, I own it. Very sad that I can't even use any of these. And I'm pretty sure they were like that when I bought them. Actually, I don't think they were. I think they were in a lot better shape, and they've just gotten worse. So I'm going to have to do something about that. Superman 2, the theatrical release. This is the 1980 Richard Donner directed film. Had studio interference. This one's fine. This came out before the disc rot issues, these earlier Superman releases. Though the special disc and reprints are complete wrecks. I do have the Donner cut here, though. And I'm pretty sure this one also suffers. If I take a look at the disc. It was fine last time I viewed it. It's still perfect. It's got some slight scratches. I actually might be able to salvage this one. But I know these other discs are just done. Oh well. Superman 3. The one directed by Richard Lester. This is a terrible movie. Like, Superman just really went downhill after the second film, or after the first film. It started, but it really crashed. Here's Supergirl, the 1984 Helen Slater film. I actually really like this one. Okay, I don't really like it, but I enjoyed it. I watched the director's cut recently, but this is the international cut from 2006, was when the disc was released. I picked this up at the Woodfire Dog Pizza place in Willits, when they used to sell movies. I also have this really cool special edition, limited edition rather, of the Supergirl movie, and its director's cut and international cut. I did watch this all the way through the director's cut, and it was quite a hard film to get through. But it did work, and I was very happy to get this. It normally goes for a lot more, but I got a good find right here. And then I have Superman 4, The Quest for Peace, the final film, and the worst one of all 4. The story might be there, but the visuals aren't. The story gets slightly back on track, but dead. Superman Returns, the 2006 film I actually like this one. I've only seen it twice. This one also suffers from disc rot issues. Whoops. As this was printed from 06 to 09. Yeah. I think this one's more salvageable. Oh yeah, I have 2 copies of the bonus disc. So one of those should work. And then I have some Smallville stuff. I have this really early packaging. I assume this is the first episode. I don't really know what's on this, but I found it. And it was cheap, so I'm just keeping it. Got that at the Opportunity House in Vacaville. And then this I found. This is Smallville, the complete second season. Brand new and sealed. I've just kept it. I think I tried putting this up and it wouldn't sell for anything, so I just kept it for myself. But this has making of, deleted scenes, quite a bit of cool stuff on here. I'd love to get the whole superhero TV series, like Smallville and stuff, but I'm not going to pay a lot because I don't really care. I didn't like Smallville watching it. It was a very slow-paced show. Here's Look Up in the Sky, The Amazing Story of Superman. Two disc. Very nice. Then you got Batman, the 66 movie. Getting on to my Batman stuff. I enjoyed this one. It's very campy, but it is fun. And then you got Tim Burton's Batman from 1989. And these are really nice editions, actually. What these are is 2-disc special editions with tons of bonus features. So these all have, like, parts of a whole documentary on the original Batman films. So this basically has commentary by Tim Burton, Legends of the Dark Knight, The History of Batman, Shadows of the Bat, The Cinematic Saga of the Dark Knight, Part 1 to 3, Beyond Batman Documentary Gallery, music videos by Prince, profile galleries, and then Batman Returns. Right here, show you the spine, show you the back. This has the Bat, the Cat, and the Penguin, Shadows of the Bat, The Cinematic Saga of the Dark Knight, Part 4, with more music videos by Sioskis and the Banshees, and the Heroes and the Villains profile galleries. Yeah, I don't know why these have music videos. I think it was an early 2000s thing. And for my opinion on Batman Returns, not really the best. Batman Forever, though, I do enjoy. I do like some ideas in it. I would love to see the Red Book edition released. This also has the Cinematic Dark Knight Saga Part 5. More music videos. Audio commentary from Joel Schumacher, and deleted scenes. And if I show you the disc. Yeah. Very, very cool film. Release, and then Batman and Robin. This one's the worst. Part 6 of the saga, deleted scene, Alfred's Lost Love, 4 music videos. Oh my goodness, they really blew it out on this one, didn't they? Yeah, you can tell I'm not a fan of the music videos. Anyways, they exist. I find it kind of funny that they're on there, but they do exist. Alright, and then I have Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight trilogy. And here's the funny thing. All of these are different editions. So I start off with the 2-disc deluxe edition of Batman Begins that I picked up at Rasputin's Music. And this comes with the standard DVD, 2-disc, and a hard book, Batman Begins. I think this is a comic. Yeah, it's a comic book. So there's that. But here's the actual disc itself, which is in great condition. And you got, 2 whole discs right here. So there's Batman Begins, which I think I'd say is probably my favorite of the whole trilogy. I really like it. I actually do. I think it's a great little film. Then you got The Dark Knight, the one with Heath Ledger's Joker. which, whatever. Nice artwork on the first disc and on the second disc. This is a standard DVD copy that I picked up at the Bird Street Thrift. And then this is the lenticular digipack edition of The Dark Knight Rises. Is my camera blurry? I hope not. It might be. But yeah, the way you tilt this will determine which character you see. But this comes with multiple discs. It comes with a Blu-ray disc, pages of a book, digital code, stuff like that, some art pieces, and then a DVD copy and another Blu-ray disc. I think these are both Blu-ray disc or DVD disc. I don't know. I'd have to look at it more closely. Yeah, I got this from a friend. This was a really cool find, and I'm glad they picked it up for me. Alright, and then I've got some of the Arrowverse stuff. I don't have much of the Arrowverse. I don't collect TV series, really, because they're too expensive. Even if it's a television series I like, it's going to cost like over $100 to get the whole thing. But I have picked up a couple TV shows just because they were cheap. I've got The Flash, the complete second season, starring Grant Gustin. And I've heard this show falls off at about season 4 or 5. I haven't tried it for myself, really. But you have all the discs in here. These are really nice discs. So, those are in mint condition. And they come in this nice slipcase. And then you've got Arrow, the complete first and fourth season. I would have not bought these if they were at full price. I seriously actually tried to get rid of these. I tried to sell this one, and no one would buy it. So I'm just keeping them. Like, you know, they're kind of just display pieces. I don't care for the Arrow series at all. I don't. I might like it at some point. I might not. I don't really care. But I found them for like only $3, so I just thought, why not? Add to the superhero collection. But here's all the DC superhero movies that I have. And I actually like a lot of these. Like, a lot of the DC movies that I own, same with Marvel, when it comes to the movies, I actually do enjoy these. Except this one, maybe. Green Lantern, the 2011 film, with Ryan Reynolds. I need to try watching this again. This is actually the extended cut that came out on DVD. Not like a director's cut, just like, hey, we had some deleted scenes, so we put them on a disc kind of thing. I need to try this. I know a lot of people hate it. I might enjoy it. I'm not sure. But it does have Ryan Reynolds, which is cool. And then we have, let's see, Wonder Woman, the 2017 Patty Jenkins film. And what I tried to do for my DC collection was do them in timeline order, which is why I have Wonder Woman and its sequel before Man of Steel. But yeah, here's a 2-disc edition. Really nice. I am thinking about picking up the Digibook edition. I've been seeing it go for pretty cheap prices on eBay, but I'm also like, I don't really want to buy anything right now. But it's something I've considered. But this is a really nice 2-disc edition, and it's the only copy I've ever owned of this film, so nice to have that. Wonder Woman 1984, the Patty Jenkins directed sequel. This film has a lot of problems, but it does exist. And then you got the Blu-ray and the DVD in here. And what's funny is I actually replaced the inside case because I owned Wonder Woman 1984 and the Blu-ray was damaged, so I just bought a whole new copy, and it didn't come with a slipcover, so I used the half-price book slip. And I got the half-price books, I believe, in Dublin or Fremont. I don't remember. Then we've got Man of Steel, the DVD plus Blu-ray edition. This is a great movie. I do like Man of Steel. I do think it works. It's got some problems, but it's a different interpretation. And I do need to try and take some of these stickers off, but yeah. Picked it up at Half Price Books, directed by Zack Snyder. I actually found this in the clearance section at the Half Price Books in Dublin, so that's kind of cool. Whoops, trying to fit this. My mistake. Alright, then We have Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, the Ultimate Edition, DVD plus Blu-ray. I watched the Ultimate Edition for the first time. Honestly, it didn't affect my experience that much. I prefer the theatrical cut, but I didn't mind the slightly longer extensions. I think I found that I like more of the character stuff, but I don't like the violence. I prefer the PG-13 cut. I just thought the R-rated one went a bit too far with some scenes. Then you've got Justice League, the 2017 disaster, directed by Joss Whedon, or not really directed by, but tarnished. Any way you spin it, yeah, Joss Whedon might have been doing his job, but he did a horrible job at it. Like, this film's awful. This is a terrible film. I tried rewatching it, and I got bored. Like I was fine seeing it the first few times, and then I tried rewatching it, and I was so bored. I'm like, this movie's so dumb. And yeah, I used to own a better condition copy of this, or a DVD copy, but I got rid of that when I picked up the Blu-ray. And then we have Zack Snyder's Justice League, the DVD edition, which is a far superior film. I love this movie. In fact, I love it so much that I own it on Blu-ray. Yeah, the honest truth is that I wanted all 3 films on Blu-ray, but the DVD didn't come with the Blu-ray discs, so I own both of them. It's fine. Kinda sad that this doesn't come with a slipcover, but I paid $6 for it, so can't really take it back now. I got it at Temple Music, actually, in Reading, years ago. Then we have the 2018 Aquaman film, starring Jason Momoa and Amber Heard. I like Aquaman. It's pretty fun. 2 discs. This also has Willem Dafoe. I forget the actor for Black Manta, but this has quite a few people in it. Exclusive sneak peek at Shazam. Behind the scenes. Yeah, I really like Aquaman, I'm going to be honest. I really do. And I love the final fight between Aquaman and Orm. I think it's really cool, just having the rain and the lightning and the slow-mo. I know slow motion's kind of controversial with Zack Snyder, but what I liked is that even after he left, some of the other films incorporated it a little bit. It's very cool the way that Wonder Woman and Aquaman use slow motion. Then I have Shazam. This was a Walmart discount bin pickup. I like this movie. I hate the sequel. I walked out. Sequel is terrible. The Flash, the 2023 film. I love this movie. I love this movie so much. I love the artwork they use on this. I don't even think I've used the DVD. I think I'm too scared to. But I got this for a birthday present back in 2023. I also have the Walmart Icon Edition, which is beautiful. And if you look in here, it's really cool. It's like this full metal book, basically. And I'm not even going to show you the whole inside, because I already did in a video earlier, but I love this thing. Like, I just love the artwork. And I love this movie. Yeah. No, The Flash is a very good film. I will admit that this one that I did get from the seller is pretty beat up. I mean, yeah, it came new, but it's got quite a few dent marks. So that does bug me, but I'm just going to deal with it. Blue Beetle, the technically first film in the DCU. The thing with Blue Beetle is there's no connections to the other DC films. And they just decided they're going to have him be in the DCU, which I'm totally fine with. I love this movie. It's great. It's really fun. I haven't rewatched it, but that's not because I don't like it. It's just I prefer some other films over it. But, like, I left the theater so happy with it. Like, it was so much fun. And then I have Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, which I also left the theater really enjoying. Like, I thought this was a really good movie. I thought it was really fun. Though I do admit, you can kind of tell that this thing was reshot. or that there were parts cut from it. Like, we literally have footage of Aquaman and Ben Affleck together, or Jason Momoa and Ben Affleck together. So there's physical proof they had some footage that was cut. And there's also the rumor of all the deleted Amber Heard scenes, and probably things deleted so it doesn't tie into the DCU as much. Whatever, I like Aquaman 2 for what it is. Alright, now we got some other random DC films and stuff like that. We've got the Matt Reeves, The Batman. I don't know that I'm ever going to watch this movie. I'm going to be blatantly honest. I think it goes too violent for me. I think it's just too dark and grim. But I picked it up kind of just out of, like, oh, this is really cheap thing, because it was sealed. I don't know, I'd probably get rid of it, but I just have it. Batman Mask of the Phantasm. I bought this out of a curiosity. I had heard this film was really good. I didn't like it. I prefer the live-action films. The Lego Batman movie. Okay, this one I actually admit is really good. Like, this is a really fun movie. Yes?
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine.
Can you take your meds at 10 and get ready for bed at 10:15?
Yeah?
Okay.
You weren't wanting to do the hot tub, were you?
It's too late now, I'm tired.
What time is it?
Like 20 to 10?
Okay, I can do that. Alright, next, the Lego Batman movie, which, this was a great film. It has Will Arnett as Batman, and there's some music drops in it. It's a very funny film, and I love how just, like, the Phantom Zone in this film basically has all the DC villains. It's a very dumb movie. It's so dumb, but it's so funny. Like, this is the Spider-Verse of the DC universe. Like, this is great. I enjoyed it. It's really funny. Okay. Then, DC League of Super Pets, another film that I really enjoyed. Maybe it's not the best, but come on, it's pretty solid. I enjoyed it, at least. It's definitely a kid's film, but you know what? It's a fun one at that. And I found this for, like, only $5 at Amoeba Records in LA. And I also got my Puss in Boots: The Last Wish DVD there. So I found some pretty good stuff. If you want to watch that video, then go back to the channel earlier this year. Last year, I mean. Noah. The Russell Crowe movie. I heard this was based on a comic book. I think this is going to be one of the worst films ever when I watch this. I think I'm going to hate myself for watching this. But, I mean, it can't be worse than Exodus, Gods and Kings. Talk about a disappointing movie. I'm kind of still angry at that film for how bad it is. Anyways, disc, DVD, and Blu-ray. It's on my watch list. Actually, might put it in the pile of films to watch. Because I've been saying it's on my watch list for a while, and I still haven't watched it, so I need to do that. League of Extraordinary Gentlemen with Sean Connery. Honestly, it exists. It exists. I liked it the first time, I think. The second time I turned it off. I might try it a third time. It's whatever. Chronicle from Josh Trank. I know there are people who like found footage movies, and I do appreciate the concepts of Chronicle, but I also just don't like it. I need to try it again. It wasn't that good. I actually did pick it up, though, the place I got my first copy of X-Men The Last Stand, at the Veronica thrift store in Gridley. Yes, I did pick it up there. Alright. And then we got one more random film, and then the M. Night Shyamalan Unbreakable Trilogy. So here we have Dr. Horrible's Sing-Along Blog, a Joss Whedon film. Over 90 minutes of bonus material. And look, let me just say this. This is a terrible film. Like, this is so dumb. This is so cheesy. But I'm also so happy that this exists on physical media. And I found this at Amoeba Records as well. This film's so fun. Yeah, it was very funny to watch this. I watched it on YouTube for the first time. But then I realized it actually did exist on physical media, and I did pick it up, because I'm like, I need to own this. Alright, and then we got the Unbreakable trilogy, starting with Unbreakable. The Fista series release, which is coming apart. It's in pretty bad shape, honestly. But inside's nice. 2-disc. I like M. Night Shyamalan's films, depending on what they are. Unbreakable didn't do it for me. It didn't. I keep it for the artwork. I didn't like the film. But then I decided to go ahead and buy the rest of the trilogy, so I bought Split and Glass. Split, I don't even remember where I got this. It's one of those films I need to watch. I think it's PG-13. Yeah, it is. It's on my list. I think it has James McAvoy. Yeah, so the guy from the new X-Men films that played Professor X. But, yeah. Then we have Glass. This one I also picked up at Veronica's thrift store. But the case was damaged, so I put it in a half-price books case. I am curious what this film is going to be like. It says, one of the most unique superhero movies to hit the big screen. Does that mean it's a great movie, or does that mean it's a terrible movie? Like, just because something's unique doesn't mean it's great, but also because something's usual doesn't mean it's great. So, I'm very curious. Yeah, I'm going to check this one out. I say I'm going to. I actually am. But that is it. That is my entire superhero movie collection for 2025. That is every single comic book movie that I own, every TV series. What can you expect next? I don't know. I don't know what I want to go through next, but I will be back with more videos in the coming weeks. Alright, thanks guys!